Hello everyone, I am Basit Mohammed and you are watching my channel English Language and Literature. Today I am going to start a video lecture series on reading skills. The aim of this video lecture series is to enhance your reading skills. Sometimes you only give up because you don't know the meaning of difficult words. In order to overcome this problem, we take help from the context of a sentence or a paragraph where that difficult word is used. So the context is very important. Therefore, I have selected using vocabulary in context as my lecture number 1. So when we use words individually, we don't get the meaning. The words are very difficult to understand. But whenever we use them in a certain context, we use them in a sentence, the sentence itself sometimes tells you the meaning of that difficult word. So, for example, we have a difficult word like inundated. So, what is the meaning of inundated? We are not sure about the meaning of inundated, but when we see this word in a sentence, there are certain chances in which we can come up with certain definition. Let's see a sentence as an example. The town was inundated with water when the river overflowed during the storm. So, uh, according to according to the general sense of the sentence, you might have come up with this definition: flooded. Inundated means flooded. So, the general sense of the sentence, the structure, overall structure of the sentence tells you the meaning of inundated. The town was inundated with water when the river overflowed during the storm. So, there is river, there is town, there is water, there is overflowing of river. So, what happens? The signified comes into your mind that there is a flood. There is a flood and there is a storm. Therefore, the town is occupied with the water and we call it flooded. So, inundated means flooded. The town was flooded with water when the river overflowed during the storm. So, our first lecture is all about using vocabulary in context. So, let's begin. So, before going into a deeper discussion, uh, we should know that what actually a context is. So, I have jotted down different definitions from different resources here, and the first definition says that the words surrounding the unfamiliar word. The word surrounding the unfamiliar word. And according to Oxford Dictionary, it says that the surroundings, circumstances, environment, background, or settings that determine, specify, or clarify the meaning of an event or other occurrence. And Merriam-Webster says that the parts of a discourse that surround a word or passage and can throw light on its meaning. So, so context is basically a surrounding, an environment uh, of, of an unknown word. So, what does context do? Context provides clues to each word's meaning. Context gives us indications to each word's meaning. So, why this is important to have a sense of context clue? Why should we use this technique of using context clues? So there are different reasons for different reasons for it. First of all, it will save your time. You will not be, looking into the dictionary every time when you are reading, because it will distract you when you are using dictionary. It will lengthen your time, or it will not be helpful for you to study, because if you have to read a lot, then if you have to read a lot and you have very little time, then it will be it will be creating trouble for you. So using context clue will save your time, and it will help you in avoiding dictionary, and you will learn correct usage of the words. So let's talk about now context clues, types of context clues. So there are basically four types of context clues. We have examples, we have synonyms, we have antonyms, and on number four, we have general sense of the sentence or passage. So let's discuss now examples. So there are certain signal words which provide you some insight about the examples. That how you can find the examples in a sentence. There are certain signal words which will help you which will help you in finding the examples in the sentence. Like we have, for instance, including, such as. So let's look at some examples here. I have italicized the difficult words. So the sentence is, the neighborhood is so affluent that there are Olympic-sized swimming pools, tennis courts, and luxury cars on most properties. So the writer is giving you examples that how the neighborhood is so affluent. He's giving you the writer is giving you examples that he has Olympic-sized swimming pools, tennis courts, and luxury cars on most properties. What signified comes into your mind while you're looking onto these words: Olympic-sized swimming pools, tennis courts, and luxury cars. You eventually the image of a rich person comes into your mind. The image of a bungalow or image of a big, castle comes into your mind. So we come up with certain meaning, a certain definition, that affluent means a rich person. So here we can say that the neighborhood is so rich that there are Olympic-sized swimming pools, tennis courts, and luxury cars on most properties. So most of the times, context clues are found in the form of synonyms. And in order to find synonyms in a sentence, we have signal words also, like we had in examples. The signal words for synonyms are commas. The difficult word is separated by comma, and after the comma there is a synonym of that difficult word. We have we have signals like dashes or parentheses. There is like, for example, there is a difficult word, and after the difficult words we often find a word within parentheses, and the word within parentheses is the synonym of the difficult word, of that difficult word. And or or also, when a difficult word is used, and after the difficult word there is a use of or, and after that or there is a word, and eventually you get that this is the synonym of that difficult word whose meaning you don't know. So finally we have that is. That is also indicates to the meaning of a difficult word, and to the synonym of the word. Like I have put here an example: woolies, that is knitted wool underwear. So if you don't know the meaning of woolies, so here is its synonym: knitted wool underwear. So that is here tells us that the next word is here synonym. Woolies means knitted wool underwear. So you got the meaning. How you got the meaning? Only because of knowing the synonym of the difficult word. So there are lot of examples here, but I am only describing here only one example, and I will be providing you with with more examples in the description below. So in first example, there is a mentor, and I have italicized the synonyms here. So gaining the help of a mentor, or like I said before, that or is also indicating to the synonym, also gives us indication that there is coming a synonym after after this difficult word. So gaining the help of a mentor or a wise and trusted advisor is helpful when beginning a new job. So, a wise and trusted advisor is a synonym of this mentor. So, gaining the help of a mentor or a wise and trusted advisor is helpful when beginning a new job. So, we come to know that a wise and trusted advisor is the synonym of mentor, and we eventually get the meaning of mentor. That mentor is a kind of person who is wise and who is a trusted advisor. So now let's discuss something about antonyms. Antonyms, words and phrases that mean the opposite of a word. So antonyms are also often signaled by words and phrases such as however, but, yet, on the other hand, are in contrast. So if you see these examples, like no vices at bowling through more gutter balls than people who are experienced at the game. So, in contrast, we also, in signal words, we have also this contrast. So, the writer is making here a contrast by putting here then, because then is often used to show a comparison or a contrast. So, novice, and in contrast of novice there is experienced. In contrast of novice there is experienced. So if experienced is opposite, what will you say, what word you will use if I say to you that what would be the opposite of experienced? So the opposite of experienced will be a beginner. So novice here means a beginner who is throwing more gutter balls than people who are experienced at the game. So general sense of the sentence or passage means a common sense of a sentence also tells you the meaning of a difficult word present in that particular sentence. So it draws conclusions based on the information given with the word, and eventually you will ask questions from yourself that how does how does this thing happen in this particular sentence, and why this is happening, and how this is happening, and what kind of things will be present here. So, for example, it took 2 days for the volunteers to extricate the little girl from the bottom of the whale. So you will ask questions from yourself. So extricate here is a difficult word or unknown word, and you will ask now questions from yourself. That how would volunteers try to help the trapped little girl? How would volunteers try to help the little trapped little girl? If a girl is trapped into the bottom of the whale and the volunteers are coming, what will they do as a help? They will go inside the trap, or they will throw a rope inside the trap, inside the trap or inside the whale, and they will pull out the girl from the whale. So here extricate means to pull out something from the whale, or to rescue something from the whale, or to pull out uh, something with rope from the whale. So uh, it took 2 days for the volunteers to extricate the little girl from the bottom of the whale. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. See you in next lecture. Bye bye.